Peter and I met at the Charing Cross Maggie's Centre, and I just wanted to ask you what Maggie's means to you and what your first experience was with Maggie's, how you came into contact with them.
I started using Maggie's 2009 summer when I got diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I initially went there for financial advice because when you get diagnosed with cancer, it brings along various other issues, not just health related, but also could be financial related. I was working as
that's the last thing you want to deal with on top of everything else.
And it can be really stressful dealing with the diagnosis as well as then all of a sudden with some financial problems and not really knowing how you're going to pay your rent and etc. So it was lovely to meet Jay, who works at Maggie's in London, and he's been basically working almost like my advocate and just taking over that sort of stress and the load. But also when I walked into the centre, it was just an amazing feeling because, like you said, the building it gives this very calming effect, and also it's such a beautiful, light and airy building. And then I saw
a nice place just to spend time in.
And I saw all these Moomin mugs.
And
these Alvar Aalto furniture, which are this Finnish architect, interior designer, who's designed them. And because I'm from Finland and the Moomin mugs are from Finland, it was just like, where have I come to? This is like a mini Finland, which has been lovely for me because I haven't been able to fly home to see my family.
Wow.
And that's a long time now.
So Finnish design was brought to you.
Yeah, it felt. Yeah, I was quite. I mean, I had this appointment with Jay, and I was quite amazed. Like, what is this building? And I just was dying to find out more.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what other than the financial advice you initially went? Who introduced you? Who explained Maggie's to you? How did you find out about it?
When I got diagnosed, I had my best friends looking into various things. Like one of my friend's task was to look into the financial health, and she'd found Maggie's. I had no idea what Maggie's was. I knew.
How can people find Maggie's? I mean, did they go on the web? Did you go on the website? Did she go on the website?
She must have gone on the website. I mean, I'm being treated at a different place from Charing Cross at the Royal Marsden, and I think consultants should really give that information to patients more and tell about these centres, because I've been basically spreading the word to the patients. Have you heard of Maggie's? Have you been there? And quite a lot they haven't. So
because I was surprised that the statistic for the Charing Cross Maggie's Centre is that 100 people visit a day. Now, while the work may be very detailed with those 100 people, we want to raise money to try and have as many people come as possible, and also obviously to have more facilities. Like
I think everyone. I feel like everyone should visit a Maggie Centre somewhere, wherever they live, because it just gave me such incredible support initially that I can't even describe. I don't think I would have been able to cope last summer without it. To be honest,
it must be completely overwhelming. And since after the financial support, did you go back to visit to socialise or for other advice?
Just to go for advice, to chat, have a cup of tea, meet other people. They do. I had reflexology, which really helped with anxiety, and I couldn't sleep, and just helped me with lots of various other ailments, and they also give advice about losing hair and nutritional advice. I went to a gardening group, which I found it really therapeutic, just doing gardening, which I'd never done before. And you can go to yoga, you can have massage, you can just go there and chat to Bernie, who runs the centre, and if you've got any worries, because when you're in hospital you always feel rushed, and you may not always remember to ask all the questions, and then you can go to the centre, have a cup of tea and have a really informal chat with a clinical specialist nurse who can just give you valuable advice.
And really specific hand to hand, I mean just very on hand advice. And I suppose that must be difficult in a surgery situation with your doctor, or your specialist in the treatment centre that you're going to, whether it's the Marsden or the Charing Cross or the Chelsea in Westminster, because there must be some kind of time constraint there, whereas I imagine you have much more of a...
You do always, like you go to a GP, you always feel that, you don't ever take your coat off because you feel like you have to kind of rush off any minute. And even though it's not that bad, I don't think when you've been when you see the consultants, but you do still feel like they've just ding, 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 let's
They're
just
backed
deal
up
with
for
it.
the day, whereas at Maggie's there's a bit more breathing space, a bit more time to take things at your pace and just ask all the questions that otherwise under pressure you might forget to ask. And
I mean, I have got so much valuable advice from Bernie at Maggie's. Significantly had made my treatment so much better.